Hey, it's Mila, and welcome back to my channel.
I go around and I go around and I go around, I go around. I'm always out, I am always out, I am always out, I'm always out. I keep running so I don't have to go.
Hello. So, okay, I have been a little bit absent. Like the month of June, it was a little bit chaotic. Like I feel like I started the month so well, but then chaos ensued. Long story short, my friend was like moving. We had to renovate her house. There were like problem after problem after problem, and like I volunteered my time. So that was like a project for June. July was also pretty much a mess, but we're back. We're back. I think I posted, this is like not my first video in August. I think it's like the second one that I posted in like a little bit of a hot minute, but it's like the first one that I actually sit down to film after all that, because I posted my little I think like summer reset 2 days ago, like I think 2-3 days before this video comes out, but that like I started filming like much earlier because it was supposed to be coming out in like early July, but like whatever, like I did start filming that like a while back. So this is like the first time I feel like I'm back after a while. So I just want to say I apologize for the little absence. We have things going on, but we're back. We're back. August, September, October, November, December. I made my schedule. I pre-filmed like a couple of videos, and like even the ones that I can't pre-film, I'm like working on. So I promise, I know I always say this and like I'm so sorry, but I truly promise we're changing right now. Like we're changing. We're actually going to be consistent. Please don't hold me to it because like I don't know what's going to happen. I've planned for it, okay? Nothing seems to be like, nothing seems to be like going on in the next part of this year where it's like it can completely derail everything. But we're going to try, we are going to try. It's the effort that counts. I guess it's like the want to do it that truly counts. So today we're going to be doing a little June, July little reading wrap up. I read so much I started the month of June really, really strongly, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be like the best reading month of the year. I'm gonna read like 10 plus books. But then again, the house things happened, and then I was like, okay, July, I'm gonna read everything I couldn't read in June and July. Stuff happened also. So I do not have that many books to show you today. Like it is a little bit disappointing, but I still wanted, to take the time to show you everything that I read. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 5 books, and then we have one that I started to read. I'm not yet done. I'm like super close to being done, but I'm not yet done. So I still wanted to show you because, like we don't have that much to show you today. But yeah, let's just go like right into it. I did not put these in order, so let me just like find the first book. Okay, so the first book that I read in this period of time, I actually put out a little reading vlog back in June. Yeah, back in June, where I kind of like talked more about this book, and that's Redeemed by Lauren Asher. So I read this for a little like F1 romance reading vlog because I live in an F1 city. I live in Montreal. So, F1 weekend, I was like, not F1 weekend, F1 week. I wanted to, read F1 romances to like get in the spirit of like the race weekend. So we have Redeemed. This book, oh my god, I loved it so much. I loved it so much. Like my favorite book in the series was Collided, and now after reading Redeemed, I'm like, I don't know if it's still Collided or if it's Redeemed. I think I'm gonna keep Collided up there because like it was really good, but Redeemed is like a very, very close second. I think Collided I rated at 5 stars. I don't know if this is 5-star. I'm leaning more towards, I think now I'm gonna do 4.75 and then see if I want to bump it up to 5 stars. But this book, oh my god, it was so good. It's the best way to end the series. Basically what we have over here, it's Santiago's book, right? Oh my god, I mentioned this in the little like reading vlog, but I listened to the audiobook for part of this book when I was like packing because I was going on a little trip. Guys, the voice actor, oh my god, the first chapter that I audiobooked was Santiago's chapter, and guys, I was just like, wow, I was like blush. Very, very nice audiobook voice, let's just say that. But yeah, so this is Santiago's book, and we actually start off, I don't think this is a spoiler because it mentions it. Yeah, it's not a spoiler because it mentions it on the back. We like start off the book with a little racing accident. Did it say what the accident was? It doesn't say, so I'm not gonna like spoil it for you, but we have a little accident, a pretty big accident that happens, and Santiago has to take a break from racing because he's unable to because of the accident, okay? And he kind of like recluses himself, can I say that? He kind of like isolates himself, right? Isolates himself in a little villa in Italy. I feel like the trope for this book is kind of like a grumpy sunshine. it's Santiago, and we know him, we love him. He's like a cute little adorable ball of fluff, but it kind of like starts out more grumpy because obviously he's like going through a lot. So he's there, I was gonna say living his best life, like really not living his best life in Italy. And then we have our main character, Chloe, who she doesn't know her dad, right? I forget like what exactly happened, but she doesn't know her dad. And then she finds out that he lives in Italy. So she's like, you know what? Screw this. Let's just like go and meet him. So she buys a ticket to Italy. She goes and she wants to go to his house, right? But she ends up at the wrong house. She ends up at Santiago's house. So that's how they meet. It's very like, he's a little bit of an asshole when they meet, but then like super, super fast, she ends up running into Elena. No, not Elena. Oh my God. Oh my God, what's her name? Maya. Oh my God, Maya and Noah. You know, Santiago has to lie and say that she's his girlfriend. You just see him warming up to her, and it's so cute because Santiago's going through so much, and she just like opens him up. She like shows him that life is worth living, and it's adorable. It's adorable. And also Noah and Maya have a kid in this one. So cute. We don't really see Elena, Jax, and then Chloe and, no, not Chloe. Oh my God, Sophie and Liam. But then at the end, in the epilogue, we have little Christmas scene that we see everyone together, and it's like so cute, so wholesome. And guys, I need Lord Asher to make a like next generation series when we see the kids, because guys, I need to know if these kids get together when they're older. But yeah, this book, loved it. 4.75. Definitely one of the best books in this little series. After that, I wanted to go Western. So I read the second book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. So this is Gus's book. And then this new girl, Teddy, right? Teddy? No, my bad. Teddy's someone else. Ada. Gus decided to renovate part of the ranch, and it's like his project, right? Because, no, not Gus. Weston. This is Weston's book, not Gus's book. Gus is with Teddy, and that's book 3. So Gus is like renovating part of the ranch, and it's like his big project, right? Because Gus is gonna like inherit the ranch, so that's like what he takes care of. But this little thing, it's I was gonna say Gus, it's Weston's thing, right? I think Teddy knows Ada from like school or something like that, so she recommends her. Teddy comes in and they meet at a bar. They meet a little bit spicily, right? But then surprise, surprise, she is working for him and he's like her boss. And you just like see them like kind of like arguing back and forth, kind of being like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. Yes, no, because like there's this dynamic. I don't really know. Honestly, this book I did not like as much as the first book in this series. I was a little bit disappointed, but I guess also like Weston wasn't really like one of my favorite characters, or it's like, I don't know, you know, because Teddy and Gus, like, you can tell the tension, right? So I feel like I was like much more excited for that book, and this was more of a like, okay, I have to read this to get to that book. So there's no really like strong emotional ties. I did read this back in June. Honestly, I don't remember that much. Like, it was fun, it was cute, but nothing like super, super memorable. So I think I'm gonna rate this like 3.25. Like, it's not bad, just not the best in the series. After that, we read a Carly Fortune book. So we read This Summer Will Be Different. I love this book so much. Like, Meet Me at the Lake, I was kind of like, it wasn't bad, but it was too like insta love, right? Every Summer After, I really loved that. Like, I loved it, but I feel like it was missing a little something, right? This book, oh my God, this is my favorite Carly Fortune book. So in this story, we have our main character, what's her name? We have our main character, Lucy, the main character, Lucy. Lucy has this friend called Bridget. Bridget is originally from Prince Edward Island. So at some point, Bridget's like, you know what? Come with me. Oh my God, I don't know if you can hear this, but the freaking cicadas are so loud. And my window's open. I'm praying that you guys like do not hear it, because like they're loud. But anyways, we have Lucy who goes and meets Bridget's family, and she actually gets there before Bridget, because she had a flight delay, her flight got canceled, I don't know, but she ends up getting there before, goes to a bar and meets this guy called Felix, right? They hit it off, have a little fun, and then surprise, surprise, Felix is actually Bridget's younger brother. So Lucy's like, okay, this is like weird, like this has to stop right now. Felix also. But then you see every summer after, because I think that happened like 5 years ago from when the story takes place, and you see them like every single summer kind of like going back and forth, kind of being like, okay, you know, I am attracted to you, but like we cannot do this because of Bridget. And I love Felix. I love Felix. He's so cute. He's so wholesome. I love these characters so much. Honestly, I like this more than Every Summer After. So if you liked Every Summer After, you're definitely gonna like this. Like, I actually have a friend who told me, hey, you know, I'm undecided between Meet Me at the Lake and this summer will be different. Which one do you think I should read? And I was like, Julie, you have to pick this up because this is literally the best thing ever. I love Felix. I truly love Felix. He's so cute. He's so cute. And honestly, this did kind of make me want to go to PEI just to like, you know, experience what Lucy experienced. This book, 4.5 stars, so cute, so fun, perfect for the summer. And it's Carly Fortune, you know, so it's definitely going to be a good fun time. After that, I read like the one book this month that isn't like summery vibes. Oh my god, 5-star. I was like surprised. I honestly, okay, so I read this book only because I wanted to read the second book in this series that people told me like, hey, you know, if you like The Secret History, you're gonna, can this dog please stop howling? Everyone told me you love The Secret History, you're gonna love this. But then I find out that this book is like the second book in a series, so I'm like, okay, you know what, let's just get the box set, let's read the first book. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. So like knowing now that I'm rating this 5 stars, it's like, wow. Do we see all these tabs? Do we see these tabs? That's Angels and Demons by, can we see? Yes, by Dan Brown. Oh my god. If you do not know, this is the first book in the series where the Da Vinci Code is the second book. I flew through this. Do we see how chunky this is? I flew through this. This is the best thing ever. Like truly best thing ever. Oh my god. How do I even explain what this is? I don't know. Just, okay, think like, I don't even know, like murder mystery, but make it like tied with like, how do I explain it? Like, okay, so this book takes place in the Vatican because, god, no, okay, let's go back. So we have this institution called CERN that is this like scientific research place in like Switzerland, right? So it turns out something is stolen from CERN, and then we find out it's planted under the Vatican. If we do not get it out of the Vatican, kaboom, re-explode the Vatican, which like obviously we do not want to do. The people at CERN go find this professor from, where does he teach? I don't know if it's Harvard, but I don't know how to explain it, but like someone, he's like, he does history and like he understands symbols and stuff like that. I don't know the word, but this like professor at Harvard, because he like talked about the Illuminati and things like that, right? So they contact him and they have him like help with this investigation because someone who works at CERN, he was found with a Illuminati tattoo on him. So people at CERN were like, well, this is freaking creepy. Let's bring in an expert. The main character, Robert, he was like the expert that they found, right? So they bring him in, and then that's when they find out that thing that's gonna explode, it's planted under the Vatican. So they fly to the Vatican, and then it's this like race against time all across Rome. Oh, it's so good because you have the perfect thing of like science, which I love. You have the perfect like thriller aspect. There's murder. There's talk about the Illuminati, the Freemasons, just like also some historical things that have to do with the Enlightenment period and like scientists in the past. Like this was right up my alley. I know it's probably not everyone's thing, but this was so good. Like my heart was pounding the entire time. I was like, are they gonna make it? Are they not gonna make it? Because Dan Brown just knows how to write. Oh my god, I love it. I almost like paused everything else I was supposed to read just to read this entire series. It was so good. 5 stars. I 100% recommend. Completely caught me off guard, but one of the best things I read this entire year. So after that, we got into like a really summery romance. And can we just like appreciate this cover? So pretty. We have Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. So this came out early June, I want to say. I think early June. This book, it's like, how do I explain it? Okay, so we have our main character Scotty, who works at this like, not a golfing company, but a golf like marketing company, just like a company that has to do with golf, right? Her boss is married to this like really well-known like couples therapist, right? And during a little meeting, I don't know how it comes up, but people ask Scotty if she's like seeing anyone, if she has a husband, whatever, and then Scotty lies because she doesn't want to be like the odd one out because everyone is married and like talking about their plans with their wives. So Scotty's like, oh yeah, you know, like I just don't wear the ring because we're going through like issues, but I do have a husband. Her boss pulls her over and she's like, okay, you know, like my husband is this like really well-known therapist. I'll book you guys an appointment. So Scotty's like, well, shit, you know, there's no husband. I have to find like someone to like pretend to be the husband. So Scotty asks her, well, she tells her friend, and her friend volunteers his younger brother, right? So they go to the therapist, and then the therapist recommends this like summer camp that he does to like bring couples closer together. So the guy who's called Wilder's like, you know what? Let's do it, because created this app when he was young, sold the app, has millions of dollars, and he's like bored with his life. You know, he needs some excitement. So he's like, you know what? It's $15,000, but I'll pay. It's fun. It gives me something to do. They're forced to go to this summer camp. It's so funny. Like, I genuinely love Megan Quinn's writing. It's so entertaining. It's so funny. And the things that they have to go through at this camp, absolutely hilarious. I just love it. Like, such a cute, fun summer vibe. And it's like, it brings you back to when you were a kid and you went to summer camp. So this book, I felt like I was missing something from it. Like, I really, really liked it, but there was like something that, I don't know, because I was really comparing it to How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, which I loved. And I got that, but I didn't get that, if that makes sense. So this book, I'm thinking, I'm thinking 3.75. Like, I still recommend. It's still very, very fun. I just feel like I was letting, that was not gonna make sense. I was a bit let down because I was expecting more like My Neighbor Stole Christmas, but still super cute, super happy I read it. And I'll definitely read more Megan Quinn because like I know she's an author that I really like to read. And then the last book, this is the one that I kind of started reading, but I have not finished. So we're not gonna talk too much about it, and that's Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I was so excited to get to this. This also came out the same day as Till Summer Do Us Part, and so far, I'm like almost halfway through. So far, I'm loving this. It's combining like NASA space exploration with like Taylor Jenkins Reid. So it's like, you know, my passion and then like my love for reading. So I'm loving it. You know, I am vibing and thriving. I'm loving this. I don't want to say much more because I am going to talk about it like obviously more in my August wrap up. But so far, oh my god, there's a cat in my garden. Oh my god, it's like rolling on its, oh my god, it's so cute. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna talk about this more in my August wrap up, so I'm not gonna say that much. I love it. I'm vibing. Is it gonna be 5-star? Who knows, we'll see, but it's a fun time for now. So those are the books that I read in the month of June and July. Yes, it's a little disappointing. Am I gonna reach my Goodreads goal? Probably not. But you know what, I'm trying. It's the effort that counts, you know? Let me know which books you read these past 2 months. Let me know which books you're reading in the month of August also. And you know, we can help like each other discover a couple of books. I hope that I potentially would have put you on to, you know, your next 5-star read. All my socials are linked down below if you want to go check me out, my TikTok, Instagram, and Goodreads. And you know, like hit me up on Instagram. We can talk books if you don't do it in the comment section down below if you want it to be a little bit more private. But that's all for me today, so stay safe, protect your vibe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!